What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my video today. Hey, today we got a special one for you. It's going to be the cost of living here in Clarksville, Tennessee. So this will go over everything ranging from the cost of groceries to the cost of gas and housing costs as well. And we'll go over the medium income here in Clarksville, Tennessee as well, so we could see how much you really need to make to be able to comfortably afford life here in Clarksville, Tennessee. So thank you guys so much for watching. Without further ado, let's get right into it. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, to start this off, to kick this whole thing off, we'll go over the cost of living index, which is just a score out of 100 points. So 100 being the national average, and anything below that is 1% below. So the cost of living index is 89 here in Clarksville, Tennessee. And what does that mean? That means it's 11% lower than the national average. And the average price in the average cost index in Tennessee is a 90. So even then, Clarksville, Tennessee is 1% lower than the Tennessee average, which is awesome. Even here in Clarksville, Tennessee, the cost of groceries is slightly lower than average, and healthcare and utilities are about average. So there's not really a huge difference between the two of those. The affordable housing that Clarksville has to offer and the affordable transportation, if you do not have a vehicle, is what makes Clarksville awesome. So common food items here in Clarksville, Tennessee are about the national average. Um, I would like to talk about the restaurants around here. So the typical meal you'll spend at a sit down restaurant here that's not expensive at all, just an average restaurant, is $16.50 if you go out to eat. So keep that in mind. That is just one meal for one person. So if you have a family of four, obviously it could definitely be a little higher than that. So just keep that in mind if you're going out to eat here in Clarksville, Tennessee. So there are two main utility providers here in Clarksville, Tennessee. That's Clarksville Gas and Water and CDE Lightband. So you could go ahead and figure that you will be spending around $73 to $104 for water. So if you think that's high, cut down on your water. But that is the average water bill here in Clarksville, Tennessee. The median home price here in Clarksville, Tennessee is around $345,000. So obviously there are places that are much more expensive than that. Certain neighborhoods are way more expensive than that, but there's certain neighborhoods that are definitely cheaper. Some of those neighborhoods are Kenwood, Hillwood, and Cumberland Heights. Those houses in particular in those neighborhoods are cheaper than the national average or the average of here in Tennessee. But of course, there are places here in Tennessee that are a lot more expensive. Next on the list we have is the average rent of Clarksville, Tennessee. It typically goes right in line with the BAH that soldiers receive. And the average rent for Clarksville, Tennessee now is $1,220. And that does not include utilities. So the average rent is actually very expensive, with an average home size or apartment size of 985 square feet, which is not very big. So you guys are spending a pretty penny renting here in Clarksville, Tennessee. So next up, we'll talk about the property taxes that you guys are going to have to pay if you buy a house here. So it is $4.22 per $100 of assessed value of the home. And Montgomery property tax is 2.99 per $100 assessed value. So it's just a tad bit lower than in Clarksville, Tennessee. Something that makes Tennessee absolutely incredible is the no state income tax. So whatever you make, you keep all of it. Obviously, you still have to pay your federal income tax, but there is no state income tax here in Tennessee, and that includes Clarksville. When you're comparing the cost of living to other cities, you do have to realize that everything takes into account, right? So that's the medium home price. You have to remember that there are places that are way more expensive than Clarksville, Tennessee, especially when it comes to places around Clarksville, Tennessee, specifically Nashville and the suburbs around Nashville. Um, average income also plays a role. You have to remember that the military base is around here as well. So if you are military, you are more than likely going to be hanging out in Clarksville, Tennessee, especially around the base. That is a huge thing, especially if you are trying to rent as well. If you are trying to rent, you are going to be spending a ton of money on rent because all of those landlords, they know the BAH that you guys are getting. And of course, if the Army is giving you guys money to live, they're going to take it. So if you are interested in living here in Clarksville, Tennessee, buying a house, selling a house, go ahead, give me a call below, or shoot me an email. I'll leave my email down below as well. I would love to talk to you guys. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please put it down in the comments. I will definitely be getting to you guys. If you guys have any questions at all, if you don't want to leave them in the comments, go ahead, text me, call me, whatever, and I'll be happy to help. So till next time, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and you guys have a good rest of your day, your night, evening, whatever. Till next time.